Greetings to all of humanity's reader joy. It's always my pleasure to be greeting you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you on the subject of how you can manifest a wealth mindset. Okay, and as we all know, Abdullah the Black Mystic from Ethiopia, that he was Neville Goddard's mentor, and he taught Neville Goddard how to understand the Bible along with the Kabbalah. And Neville said that Abdullah taught him true Christianity. And as we all know and as we all can see, what Abdullah taught Neville Goddard, you can trace it all the way back to our ancient African spirituality that has been pointing us to look inwardly and saying to us, man, know thyself. Okay. So when it comes to the subject of you manifesting a wealth mindset, it means that you have to go within yourself and discover that you have the power that creates money. You have the power that brings every invention to fruition or to manifestation. You have to go within and discover the power of great price. Okay, so in order for you to do that, you have to rearrange your mind. So the things that you were taught from a very young age that would have kept you in limitation and would have kept you in doubt and fear, you would have to revisit your childhood. And you would have to change all of these things, which means you would have to be willing to unlearn and be willing to relearn if you're going to develop a mindset that would manifest wealth, because true wealth is within. So if you should seek any manifestation before you seek to manifest money or anything else in this world, seek to have a mindset of wealth. So that's the very first thing you want to manifest. A wealthy mindset. That wealthy mindset coming from you knowing who you are. That wealthy mindset, it is you being in oneness with the infinite. It is you accepting your spiritual self and accepting that your spirit having a human experience. And so we see when Neville was studying with Abdullah, that at the time he was studying with Abdullah, he had the knowledge through theory, but Abdullah had to teach him the practical so that he would develop a mindset of wealth, a wealthy mindset. And so Abdullah taught him to look inwardly when he had this burning desire to travel to Barbados and he had no money and he had no work. And all of these things that I'm saying is written in the scriptures. It is said in the Bible that come and buy from me. Come and buy without money. Come and buy milk, wine, and honey. And you're going to do it without money. So it's teaching you of the power. Okay, and so Abdullah taught Neville that he is a wealth of wisdom, because true wisdom is your real wealth. And so he taught him the wisdom of knowing God in man. And that God in man is man's imagination, and that the essential character of the Bible is man's imagination. Therefore, according to St. John 1 and 3, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Now, as I always say to you, that him is not a man who existed 2,000 years ago. That him is a personification to represent the human imagination, teaching you that everything that has been made, it was first imagined. And everything else that ever going to be made, it must first be imagined. So my brother and my sisters, not until you really discover your true self, your higher self, your Christ self, Not until you discover the creative power that is within you that you would understand true wealth. You see, many people believe having a lot of money is wealth, and so they mix up money and wealth. But I'm saying to you, true wealth is you knowing yourself, actually knowing yourself by experience, not by theory. For hadn't it been that I would have awakened within myself after having that great and mighty shaking, experiencing that great earthquake, and I ascend like a fiery being and exit my skull in another form and became invisible, became one with the wind, I would have never known what is true wealth, because wealth and freedom goes hand in hand. Because your true freedom will come when you know that you were kept all of your life in mental slavery, and that you were brainwashed and trapped in the matrix, and you now escape the matrix. And that's when you find true wealth, because you will now operate in a place of joy, peace, happiness, and contentment. And that joy, peace, happiness, and contentment will not be coming from the material things around you. Okay, because as a matter of fact, you will know how to actually attract those things. And that's why it says in Matthew 6:33 that all these things that you so desire will be added unto you when you discover the kingdom. Discover the kingdom first. You're told that Solomon, seek first for wisdom, and then everything else follows. So it is saying to you, Solomon's wealth is based in the wisdom that he received, the wisdom of self. And you are that Solomon. You must discover the sun in man, the soul of man, which is the light in you. And Malachi chapter 4 verses 2 tells you that the sun, the sun, that light of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. So he will bring healing to you, complete healing. And then you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And common sense will teach you that the sun has never ever withhold any good thing from humanity. For the sun will uphold all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. So my brothers and my sisters, as I always say to you, the sun, as in the SUM, parallels the human imagination. The human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. So when you discover the light in you, you're in alignment with the sun, and the sun are always in purpose. That's wealth. All the wealth of the world come from the sun. The sun. The cheese can't exist without the sun. You find the richest man, some people say who? Bill Gates or whoever. You find any man, who, Jeff Bezos or whoever, you find any man who's supposed to be the richest man in the world. As people see riches, and see if he could survive without the sun. See if he could survive without the air that he breathes. Can't. And he has to depend on the same power that I am dependent upon to go to bed and to awake. That's why there's no hierarchy system. So my brother and my sisters, true wealth is within. And the first thing you must seek to manifest is a wealthy mindset. A mindset of wealth. And once you have that mindset, all things are possible to you. That's why you're told that with God, all things are possible. And then you're told, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to them that believe. Which means, when you discover your true self and you believe in your true self, that's all the wealth you need. That will give you everything else. So, my brother, my sisters, this is what Abdullah really taught Neville Goddard, and this is what our ancestors would have always known all the way back to antiquity. And Abdullah makes sure to point Neville Goddard to look at the Sphinx and to look at the pyramid and show him this which I am teaching you, Neville. It all goes back to ancient Kemet. It all goes back to ancient African spirituality. So, yes, my brother and my sisters, your real identity is your divinity. wealth is within. Seek wealth before you even seek money. Your wealth will allow you to manifest money and everything else that you so desire. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I really want to thank you very much, and I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying it makes sense to you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraged to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru. And if you haven't checked out my Inner Sun Science and Technology courses and my Patreon, you can always check it out, the Inner Sun Science and Technology to create your reality consciously, or the Inner Sun Engineering to create your reality consciously. And we see they want to dim the sun and they want to black out the sun after they would have given you a SON to believe in, to be the light of the world. As I always say, there's a church right next to me right here with a cross that says Jesus is the light of the world. And I always ask them, how could Jesus be the light of the world if Jesus is a SON? How could the SON, how could a SON exist before the SUN? And you see, they always use the word BC, before Christ. So, and the sun was always shining before they ever come up with this whole kind of thing about Jesus, okay? But Christ, the experience has always been and would always be, okay? And you will come to your Christ self and you will know the truth, and that truth will set you free. So, yes, my brother, my sisters, if you would also, what else? Like I'm forgetting what I have to say here. But I want to say to you, if you would like to support this work by any other way, we have a PayPal. The link is down below. Feel free to check it out. So let me end it by saying to you, I love you, and I'm always believing for you. Peace. I'm out.